So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to sign your first paying social media marketing client. Now, just a quick one before this video starts. This isn't going to be a quick flashy video because ultimately that's just going to wash out what I'm trying to teach you. And I'm not trying to capture your attention so I can get more watch time so the channel grows. If the channel grows because the watch time goes up because you genuinely learned something, then perfect. Because ultimately I'm not this type of YouTuber to just do loads of effects and pop-ups just to try to capture your attention and then halfway through the video try and sell you an online course. I'm just a normal 28-year-old guy who scaled his own marketing agency from nothing to £20,000 a month. Oh, and guess what? I don't have anything to fucking sell you. So signing your first client is probably the most daunting thing ever. I'm gonna assume you've already started your marketing agency and you've got a website and you've got a social media page, but if you haven't, don't worry. This video is still for you. I think where most people go wrong, and I think it's a misconception because there are so many online courses and there are so many people trying to extract money from you as the viewer, is most people selling these courses and teaching you how to start a digital marketing agency or how to sign social media marketing clients. They truly haven't done it themselves. They haven't been here. They haven't spent thousands of pounds on cameras to start this agency. They've just flung together a course to try and make money. So the biggest and the best way that I found to sign new clients and to sign them quite quickly is by doing free work. To give you an example, free work is looked down on quite a lot, and I don't know why. Because if I wouldn't have done 5 videos when I first started in content creation and social media management, I would never be where I am today. I would never have met the people that I met if I didn't go to that first event, which put me in the room to the second. You know, like it goes a long way. The other reason why free content works when you're trying to get a paying customer is because let's just say you've got a restaurant that is here. Everybody knows the restaurant. Everybody knows it's good. Let's say it's Sexy Fish in London, just for an example. If I'm starting out and I want to create content for restaurants, I would go to Sexy Fish in London, who already have a marketing agency, who already has a content creation company, and they're fine. But I would go to them and I'd say, hey, look, I'm a new videographer, I'm a photographer, and I've got a social media marketing agency, but I just want to create you a free video. And when you offer somebody a free video, it's very hard for them to say no. So the idea is you go to a really high-end restaurant, film a promotional video for free, give the manager the video. If he likes it or if he doesn't like it, it really doesn't matter because you're never going to get that client anyway. But what you do is you go home, you edit your video off Sexy Fish in London, and you put it on your portfolio. So when you go to the smaller restaurants, like your local Turkish restaurants, and you say, yeah, this is my recent work, this is what I done last weekend, I went and filmed at Sexy Fish, they're going to go, oh, you filmed at Sexy Fish, you must be good. You don't have to sit there and tell the client, yeah, by the way, mate, I filmed it for free and they never used it on their platforms. You don't have to tell them that. You don't have to tell them that it was free. For all they care is you filmed there and it's on your portfolio. So then what happens is you've gone from somebody who has never done any work in restaurants before for working with the top restaurants in that area. Now this can be anywhere, wherever you live in the world. You can be in Spain, you can be in France, you can be in Dubai, you can be anywhere. This tactic and this little method works really well. Now don't get me wrong, you're gonna have people who say no, sorry, we don't want your video, and you just got to take them ones on the chin. But you are gonna get the majority of them that goes, a free video, yeah, I'll do a free video. Now the reason why I think it's looked down on so much is because as a content creator, you've got to pay to get in your car, you've got to pay for petrol, you've got to spend time filming, you've got to spend time editing. But I've done it hundreds of times. And the only reason why I've done multiple videos for free is because I'm not looking now. I'm looking 3 months or 6 months up the road of where that can take me. Even today, I'm making £20,000 a month. I moved from London to Dubai, and the first thing I did was go around to every beach club and restaurant and offer my services for free. Now that doesn't devalue me of what the value is I can offer to my client, That just allows me to go to a completely new country and within 7 days have the majority of the big boys on my portfolio. Now look, as I said, you're going to get a few no's and you're going to get a lot of yeses, but that is the quickest way to build social proof, to build your portfolio, and to be the guy who fucking knows what he's doing. I've had it so many times, like the majority of my marketing agency is in the restaurant niche, and I've had it so many times where the owners messaged me and say, hey bro, can you upload this video? And I get a bit touchy about it. I'm not gonna lie. I go, where's this video come from? And they're like, oh, this guy wanted to come in and do a free video. And I know exactly what he's doing, right? But also it adds unnecessary competition. Because if that video's better than mine, I could be on my way out here. And it gets to a point where you're like, nah, I know what it's like a tactic. It's not like a loophole or something. It's just a tactic in order for you to sign more clients, but especially sign your first client. Now, the second way to land your first paying client is to spend a bit of time and give them an audit. Now, I don't know what your marketing agency consists of. It could be just content creation, it could be graphic design, it could be just social media management, or it could be ads management. But I'll give you an example of what I do. Luckily, I've got enough experience where I cover everything for my clients. So if I was to go into a potential client's restaurant and say, look, I'm looking to sign up with you, and they go, bro, sorry, we've got a team already. I would go home and I'd give that client an audit. Now, this audit is going to consist of everything that they're not doing. Their current social media team might have way better videos than me, and 90% of the time, they do. They are a better content creator than me, and their photos and videos shits all over mine. But it comes down to the owner not really caring what the content looks like. They care about how many bums are on the seat every day. So the avenue that I went down with, I took a lot of clients from this one social media agency in London. She actually called me up and she said, Joel, thank you. I said, why are you thanking me? I've taken £10,000 a month off you in the last year. She was like, because you've picked up a flaw in my business, which I've now fixed, to stop people like you taking my clients. This agency that I'm talking about was not running Facebook ads, could not prove that by spending £100 generates the restaurant £1,000. I could. So when I go into those restaurants and say, look, I know your content's good. You know what? I don't even want to do your content. You've got that already. Let me make you money on Facebook ads. In fact, fuck it. I'll give you a week's free trial to prove if you spend £100, I will generate you £1,000 back by using Facebook ads. And where Facebook ads work really well, and email campaigns and Instagram stories and just ads in general, the results make the owner sign up with you. Now they're going to get rid of the old agency who does their content, which means you've automatically taken the content, which means you're making more money. But that's a different story. And that's the thing that most gurus or most people trying to sell you a course just simply won't tell you, because they don't fucking know. They've never owned an agency in their life. Or if they have owned an agency, they haven't been in the trenches. They haven't been with their back on the wall going, fuck, I've lost a client, or I need to gain a client, or I need to do this, I need to do that, because ultimately their money is coming from selling courses to you. But when you've built your own agency and you've built it from the ground up, and I'm the only one in my company, and I'm proud to say that I don't outsource anything. And where my back's been up against a wall and I've lost clients and I've gained clients and I've had to keep on going, I've managed to learn these little tactics on how to sign clients. Because I could have jumped on this video and said, guys, right, send 500 emails a day, send 5 Instagram messages a day, and run Facebook ads, and get an appointment setter, and get this person on board, and it's impossible for you to fail. I'm sorry, it is impossible. I sat for a week and spent £1,000 messaging people on LinkedIn, cold emailing them, reaching out via Instagram, and just generating leads. How many people do you think signed up? I spent a week of my time and spent £1,000 on ads. Not one person signed up. But I guarantee you one thing. If I go to the biggest restaurant here in Dubai and manage to get in, they're a bit more stricter in Dubai, I won't lie. But if I get in and film a free promo video and then go to their competitor and go, this is what I've just made. They've generated loads of bookings from this video and it's got 100,000 views on Instagram. Are they going to use me? Or are they going to go, nah, sorry, mate? Of course they're going to fucking use you. Of course they are. Why would they not? You have to understand, businesses are like sheep, especially in the restaurant industry. Whatever the big boys doing is what they copy. Now, like I said, my background is in the restaurant industry. So if you're going after construction or if you're going after medcare or dentists, I'll hold my hands up and say, I'm not a specialist in that field, but it could potentially work in the same way. You just might have to change a few things. So if you've watched the entirety of this video, congratulations. You just got a 5-minute masterclass on how to sign your first client in a way that you wouldn't be able to get unless you pay a guru to tell you, which he would never be able to tell you because he actually doesn't own an agency. Now look, I say this at the end of every single video. I don't have a course to sell you. I don't have mentorship to sell you yet, but I do have an Instagram account where you can message me or just drop a comment down below and I'll reply. Look, I've got 2,000 subscribers. I'm gonna see your messages. So if you've got any questions of where to start or how I can help in any way, I'm on a mission in 2026 to try and help as many people as possible start and grow a marketing agency.